Hello, cosmic beings. Welcome to Being Cosmic. If this is your first time here, welcome. If you're returning, welcome back. I am so glad that each and every one of you are here. My name is Devon, and I will be doing a collective message today. So, with that, take what resonates and leave what doesn't. So, this um had an interesting start. So, basically, I had just recorded a different message, and I was putting this deck of cards back. And I set it right behind this deck, which is the Romance Angels. And I heard do a reading with this deck. And I was like, okay, so that's going to be a relationship reading. Um, you know. And then I've been dealing with some pain and discomfort. And so I have a standing desk. And so I hit the button to raise it up. Well, because this one wasn't in here in that like box thing that I have, these flipped out off the back of the desk as it was raising up and just went everywhere. And I was like, okay, that's weird. That normally doesn't happen. And then when I was picking it up, I heard to read these few that came out. So we've got Make a Move, which is interesting. This was actually a card that came out in the reading that I just did. So if you are resonating with this message, you might resonate with that one as well. I don't know which one I'm going to post first, but I'll do my best to remember to attach it to the end. I don't even know what the title of the other one's going to be, but it's not a relationship message. It's more of just taking a leap of faith. And I was picking up a relationship thread of energy in that message, so I'm assuming that's probably what we're going to dive more into in this one, but we'll see. We've got accept love. So, yeah, the energy that I'm picking up, this is somebody who it's not quite like you swore off love. It was just it's one of those things that I feel like you got to a point where you're like, okay, that type of love that I really deep down desire just isn't possible for me for whatever reason. And you know, insert all of the limiting beliefs and subconscious programming there. um, so I do feel like you're at this point of life where you're opening up that heart space. You're realizing that you do desire, you know, a true love. Like I'm picking up a very romantic energy. And so, and then I just heard closet romantic. So maybe you are a really romantic person, but you just haven't found somebody that naturally brings that out of you. For some of you, I heard that you have found that person, but you're not in connection with them now. So for some of you, you already have somebody in mind that you know would pull out that side of you. And then for others of you, I feel like you're just opening up to being in a connection where that does get pulled out of you. And you know, with that, it's a vulnerable energy. To really be with somebody who brings out that side of you, it's from an open heart energy. It's from a, you know, and with that there's a sense of vulnerability. And so I feel like that's really what you are in the midst of processing right now, is really working in that heart space and not only desiring it, but also opening up to the fact that it is possible for you, that you do have somebody out there that you can be open and vulnerable and loving and romantic with. And it's not going to be taken for granted or, you know, not seen or not received. And then likewise, this is a connection where that other person will be like that with you as well. And it's very reciprocated. And then we've got prosperity and abundance. So that's something else that's in your energy right now. And then we've got, interesting, we've got prayers and wishes. I feel like you've been praying for a connection like this for a long time, whether you consciously have been like actually asking for it or not. I feel like this is a deep desire that you've had for a long time, and you're about to have a wish come true. And with that, we've got gratitude and thanks. So make sure that you're staying in that gratitude energy. Have that attitude of gratitude, and that will help as well. All right. What wants to come through with the romance angels? Okay. It's weird standing. I got to get used to channeling and standing with cards. Romantic feelings. Your feelings are real and worth exploring. Ah, okay. So what I'm getting from these two cards is it is that romantic energy that I was picking up on. I feel like you do have, okay, yeah, for most of you, I feel like you do have your eyes set on a person, or your mind set on a person, or more realistically, your heart is set on somebody. And you are concerned that it is an unrequited love situation where their feelings aren't as deep as yours. Their feelings aren't, maybe you feel like this person doesn't have romantic feelings for you. Um, and the energy that I'm picking up right now, I feel like that's a fear. I don't feel like this other person has unrequited feelings. I do feel like this is a situation where this person does harbor these feelings for you as well. I am picking up counterpart energy, divine counterpart energy. So I'm just going to say it. Ooh, interesting. Okay. We've got let go of control issues. Allow this situation to unfold naturally. And then we've got trust. This situation is calling for you to have faith. And then we've got children. And it says your love life is being affected by children. But I also heard for some of you, you want children with this person. If you already have kids or you don't want kids, whatever, then that's not for you. So don't take it if it doesn't fit. But for some of you, there is definitely a desire to have like the full blown, romantic union with a family. Um, for some of you, there could be something, if you do have kids, that could be something that is stopping you from pursuing this connection. Um, so again, it's just going to vary. But yeah, I feel like you're really being asked to trust, let go of. So it says let go of control issues with it, which yeah, but it's more of like let go of the fear and the worry that it's unrequited. Because I really do feel like this other person has deep romantic feelings for you. Um, okay, getting into this one. All right. I split the deck to shuffle and we've got rest and rejuvenation. So I do feel like you're being called to amp up the self-care right now. Maybe you've already been in this phase, in this energy of really amping up the self-care. If not, this is definitely your call to do so. Huh. Okay, we've got walking away in community. For some of you, you would literally have to walk away from a community in order for this relationship to really work. Um for others of you, it's really about walking away from people, places, and things that don't serve you anymore, that aren't in alignment anymore. And with that, you're going to find a new community that is more supportive and just more in alignment with who you are now. And then we've got anxiety. So there's definitely anxiety here. Blossoming abundance. Yes, and there was the prosperity. There was the prosperity card over here as well. So you definitely have abundance in your energy as well. So keep an eye out for that. Stay in that attitude of gratitude. That'll help pull that in quicker. Um, for some of you, there's some anxiety about walking away from what it is that's no longer serving you. Um, for some of you, I'm picking up that this is a different romantic relationship that you're in right now. For others of you, this could just be, if this person lives in a different state or country. and one of you would have to move or something like that. There could be something major that's kind of in the way right now for you two to come together. But this is the energy where if you were to open up to this and allow yourself to play with this and see if it is, requited love, reciprocal, it would be one of those things where at that point you and this person could figure out those technicalities. There's always solutions to those kinds of things, whether it be, you know, physical distance or community differences. Okay. Hmm. Hmm. We've got envy and patience. Patience is my divine timing card. So there is an element of divine timing that is assisting you with this right now. Envy. It fell out on the community card. So for some of you, you could have people in your community that are in an envious energy. For some of you, part of what could be stopping you is that by pursuing this connection or anchoring this connection in, it would provoke envy out of other people. You know, that that happens, when you've got a divine love coming together. It illuminates to others what is possible, and then it also shines a light on an area of their life that maybe they're not happy in. And so that then gets projected back onto you, and it's really not about you. So just know that that's, kind of the nature of these connections. I mean, it is what it is. But, and that's where this new community is coming in. Oh, so is this saying to have patience? Or is this saying to act now? Okay, we've got cornucopia. This is my manifestation card. This is my dream reality card. This is literally manifesting whatever it is that you desire. Um, so this is really about locking in to this dream reality and accepting that it is available for you. Okay, so we've got Okay, I got it. We've got the fifth chakra in reverse, and so that is indicating a blocked throat chakra. It's also the need to communicate. It's suppressing something that you want to communicate, but you're not allowing yourself to do. And what came through is because this landed on the patience card, I feel like part of what could be going on is you could be in this energy where you're like, oh no, I'm waiting for divine timing. Divine timing's not now, even though you're getting the signs, the synchronicities, the nudges, and the knowing that divine timing is in alignment for you right now to do this thing. And for a lot of you, this is going to be communicating your feelings with this person. um and instead of realizing it's the fear of communicating, it's the fear of the unrequited love, it's the fear of putting yourself out there and being completely open, honest, and vulnerable, not knowing where this other person stands with everything. It's actually that is stopping you. It's not that divine timing isn't now. um and this happens. I mean, we're humans, this totally happens. But it's really about tapping in. I was going to say, like, tapping in and really listening to the guidance. Mhm. So I feel like you've been getting the guidance to communicate, to reach out, to speak your truth, and you're stopping yourself from doing so. And then I heard it's too good to be true. So you could be kind of in that thought pattern of it's too good to be true. There's no way this is unrequited. There's no way this person feels for me what I feel for them, yada, yada, yada. And then there's also this element of like, this is something I really desire, but I need to wait for this. I need to wait for that. I need to wait for this. I need to wait for that. And it's all these stories that I feel like you're telling yourself on why the timing isn't now when it actually is. And it's just a matter of you taking that risk and opening up and allowing yourself to be in that vulnerable state and just see what this other person has to say. Ah, we've got the first chakra, which is the base chakra. Got it. And then we've got financial constraints. So there could be issues going on financially, and that could be part of what's stopping you from moving forward as well. Um, I mean, we've got cornucopia and blossoming abundance. So it's this energy is lifting. This financial constraints energy is lifting. And I'm hearing that you've already been seeing evidence of this. Even if it's a little bit here, a little bit there, you save $10 at the store, whatever. It is this energy is lifting. This financial hardship energy is lifting. And And so there's definitely a rebalancing of the root chakra that's going on right now. The color's red, it sits at the base of the spine, and it has to do with our physical world, stability, security, finances, etc. And it's blocked by fear. So I do feel like you're in the process of shifting that right now. And you do have blossoming abundance and cornucopia coming in, prosperity and wealth. And there's just it's this unblocking the throat chakra that I feel like you're really being guided to do. And sometimes it's literally just throwing yourself out there and communicating, and that alone will help unblock it. You can do other things. You can listen to throat chakra frequency, music on like YouTube or whatever. You can use blue crystals, you can wear blue. You can just kind of practice like talking out loud, humming, singing. That can help unblock and balance the throat as well. Okay. What else wants to come up? Anything else on this one? Nope. Maybe. Huh. Right. So interesting. All right. So we do have the separation card. I was picking up an element of divine counterpart energy. So if that's the case, this could definitely be a separation, a physical separation energy. Um mm, is that a coming separation? No, that's current. Okay. And then we've got release your ex. The time has come to clear your energy. Now, fun fact. If this is a divine counterpart situation, you can you can release this person all you want to. And if there's unfinished business and there's potential for union or reunion, this person's going to haunt you. Like it is what it is. It's the nature of these connections. And it's one of these things that unless you've experienced it, it's really hard to explain. It defies logic. It doesn't make sense. It's it just it is what it is. But it's sound advice though. It really is. So because the thing is if it's not your divine counterpart and you release this person and you heal, then naturally you're not going to connect with that person. If this is a divine counterpart and you release them and you heal, they're going to their energy's coming back because you both are healing and you both are, connected in a very deep way. So it's you can run. that you can't hide. Like it's totally that energy. But you might want to consider doing like a cord cutting, something like that. For some of you, this is actually talking about um breaking up with somebody that you're currently dating or in a relationship with so that you can pursue this other connection. So take it as it resonates. Okay, so I paused it for a minute. It was a slight interruption, which happens. What came through though, right when I was getting ready to record again, part of this release your ex could actually be releasing the fears and the worries of this being a cycle repeat. So if you've had kind of karmic explosive types of relationships, there's yeah, it's almost like there's this part of you that could be worried that this person that you deeply desire is going to be a cycle repeat, basically. Like you're going to pursue this person and somehow some way you're going to get your heart broken. And so part of this releasing your ex could be releasing the fears that you're going to repeat some of those cycles with this person. Okay. And then we've got finances and career. So yeah, financial issues are a factor in your love life right now. So I feel like that's just extra confirmation for this financial constraints card. But know that you are rebalancing your base chakra and you are on the brink of really pulling in just way more finances. Like very it's a very abundant energy that I'm picking up on that you're shifting into. And then express your love. Go ahead and make the romantic gesture and then give your relationship a chance. And that's pretty straightforward. And then passion. Allow your heart and soul to sing with joy. And this is another wound that I'm actually picking up on. And this is a common one. I don't think it gets talked about a lot. But this is that energy of not allowing yourself to feel joy because somewhere along the line you associated feeling joy with pain. And so you stop yourself from feeling joy because inevitably it would lead to pain at some point. And so I feel like this is another wound that you might be um, being faced with right now is to release that and know that not every situation is going to have the other shoe that drops. Not every situation that brings joy is going to bring pain. That type of thing happened because you were learning. It was karmic situations. It was lots of lessons. You were learning a lot. And now that you've learned a lot, you've gone within, you've done some of this inner work, you're ready for a different type of connection now. And that's what you are on the brink of pulling in. And it's really just about allowing yourself to go for it. Um, okay, interesting. So, see if we have any more cards flip off the desk over here. Okay. So it's actually called to pull out the tarot. This is a little longer of a message than I was originally intending, but we're gonna go with. All right, what else does the collective need to know about the romance of a lifetime, accepting love, and their prosperity? Oh shit. We've got the Ten of Cups. How is that the Four of Wands? It sure is. Okay. Interesting. Oh, that wasn't the Four of Wands. That was the Six of Wands. Okay. Thought it was the Four of Wands. The Four of Wands is the Union card. Um, okay. So the Ten of Cups is available for you. This is the happily ever after card. This is complete fulfillment in just in life in general. But it really is talking about that deep love connection with another person romantically. And then from there being able to really build a life with. So this is definitely somebody that you are desiring building a life with. And yeah, it's definitely going to require a leap of faith. We've got the Page of Pentacles. This is it's a slower moving energy, but it's a very prepared energy. This is getting all your ducks in a row. And I feel like this is actually the energy you've been in for a while, of getting all your ducks in a row, seeing what you would need to change or let go of, or something like that, in order to bring in and solidify a connection of this magnitude. And I really feel like the message coming through is to let you know you've prepared enough. You're ready to take this leap. And then we've got the Six of Wands. So you or the person that you're interested in could be in the public eye. And this is also about, I'm getting like this is your harvest season. This is the season where everything turns around, is what I just heard. So yeah, this is definitely the energy. If you allow yourself to take this leap towards this person, towards this 10 of Cups energy, it's really going to allow you to shift into this harvest season energy. Yeah, and the Three of Wands is talking about like reaping your rewards. It's like you've put in a lot of work and a lot of effort into certain areas of life, and you're about to see the rewards for that. And a part of that is going to be jumping into the unknown to allow yourself to receive it. Yes. Oh, okay. All right. So the Ten of Swords is a very betrayed energy. This is the energy of like, yeah, this can be the energy of where, almost everybody in your life has betrayed you in some way at some point. Um, yeah, it's a heavy energy. It fell on the pool. Okay, part of what is stopping you right now from taking this leap towards this other person is the fear. Yeah, it's the fear of a cycle repeat. It's the fear of putting yourself out there and getting rejected, or being heartbroken, or it's not what it appears to be, that kind of energy. Um, and the advice here is to cut your losses and run towards your 10 of cups. Allow yourself to take this leap. Trust in yourself, in this other person, and in the divine guidance that you're getting right now. If you're being pushed to communicate with somebody, if you're being pushed to express your deeper feelings to somebody, it's for a reason. And if you've been getting pushed to do this for a while now, there's a huge reason for it. In this energy, I feel like it's because there's a union on the table for you. For others of you, interesting. So I was going to say, for others of you, what could be going on is you're just being asked to communicate about your deeper feelings, to open you up into being vulnerable. And even if this person doesn't reciprocate those feelings, it's still a healing process for you. It's still putting yourself out there. It's still taking that leap. But what's interesting is when I was getting ready to say that, it doesn't feel like that's actually what's going on in this energy. So a part of you could be worried that that's what this is about. And that's part of the reason you're like, I would just rather not know, because not knowing feels better than a no. And if that's the case, just know that I don't feel like that's what you're going to experience. Again, it's a collective message, take what resonates. But I really, if you're resonating with it to this point in the reading, I don't feel like that's something that you are going to experience as far as going and expressing your feelings to somebody and then having them be like, "Oh yeah, no, I don't feel that way." Um, I feel like it's going to go the complete opposite direction. So, and again, that's just what I'm picking up in the energy. Okay. We've got the Hanged Man, Death, and the Seven of Swords. The Seven of Swords can be a deceitful energy, and so I feel like part of this is you're worried that it's an illusion, that it's not. Yeah, it's that energy of like it's too good to be true. And I just, again, I do feel like that's an illusion. But what's interesting is we've got the Death card on top of that one in the Hanged Man. So I feel like what could be going on for you right now is you could have spent a period of time doing some introspection and started to see things from a different perspective. And now you're actually closing this cycle where you view it as an illusion, where you're starting to actually see the true magic behind the situation and the true potential with this other person. So that's a good thing. Okay, pull a couple more from here, and then I'm gonna close it. How to figure out dinner. Right. What's I didn't need that one. That's right. Ah, we've got the all tied up card. What does that have to do with this? Okay, being told to read it. You could be seeing mirroring numbers. That's just extra confirmation. This is a 23 and I opened it to 32, which is a mirroring number. So you could be seeing mirroring numbers right now, just extra confirmation. Um, extra confirmation if it's 23, 32. Anyways, okay. So this is talking about a lack of motion or sense of personal freedom. Okay. It's representing a situation in your life where things seem to be severely stuck. A major drama may be going on around you, stopping you from moving forward, or it may be some technicality blocking your way. Perhaps you're waiting for a contract to be signed or an agreement to be made. Whatever is holding things up, the restrictions may be feeling quite oppressive at this time. If this isn't technically the case for you, what's tying you up is your own personal stuff. Look at your life and see how you can be your own jailer. Are you tying yourself up in some emotional angst or in a negative habit that you refuse to deal with? If so, it's time to cut the vines and make some serious changes now. You needn't live in your self imposed jail any longer. Okay, and I do feel like that's the biggest part of this. For some of you, it may be literally a contract or something like that. But I feel like for a lot of you, this is actually just that self-imposing limitation of not allowing yourself to pursue something of this magnitude. And then we've got the hostilities card. There it is. Picking up divine counterpart energy. And we just got the card for it. So yeah, this is definitely for a lot of you, this is going to be a counterpart. Counterparts, it's just a different dynamic. It's a and the goal is to get you in alignment with your most authentic version of self, which is this temple path card. This is walking the path back to self. This is walking the path to the divine, whatever you want to term it. It's really getting into alignment with your higher self, with your soul, communicating with the divine on a regular basis, receiving the insights and the downloads and inspirations, and then doing something with it. In knowing that you are a beautiful child of the universe and you came here to live the life of your dreams and it's possible for you. And part of that is sifting and sorting through stuff that we don't want. connections we don't want, dynamics we don't want, financial issues that we don't want. And then when we experience all the things we don't want, then we can look at, okay, so what is the opposite of that that I do want? Focus on that, heal and release what it is that's standing in the way, and then you just manifest the life of your dreams, as opposed to experiencing a lot of lessons and things that you don't want. We're humans, we're going to experience stuff we don't want to experience. That's part of it. But this is just changing it's your way of living, really. And that is the point of these counterpart like dynamics. Is to get you both into alignment, and then from there possibly anchor in a romantic union, possibly work together, just be really good friends, support each other, so on and so forth. Um, yeah, this definitely feels counterparty though. We got the confirmation. Um, so with that, just know if you resonate with this uh, dynamic, um, the divine counterpart thing, um, it's not an unrequited love situation, even if it appears that way on the surface. There's a lot going on behind the scenes, so to speak. Um, there's definitely romantic energy going both ways between you and this other person, regardless if you are identifying with a counterpart dynamic or not. A very high level soulmate energy. This is very reciprocated. And it's not a karmic situation. And then we've got the hostilities card. This can be mental hostilities, mentally beating yourself up, mentally telling yourself you're not good enough. You can have this if you like you that's all the naysaying bullshit. It's the inner critic just going ham. Um so yeah, this could definitely be mental hostilities that are keeping you kind of in a stuck energy as well. Um mm, man, I'm getting to take the leap. I feel like the time is now for this. Ah, interesting. Was it this reading? Sometimes when I do back-to-back readings, I get them mixed up. Okay, no, it was this one. Okay, so we've got the third chakra here, which is the solar plexus. Now, the solar plexus and the throat chakra are connected. They directly affect each other. So, to speak your truth, you have to know your truth, be in, the willpower, the confidence, have the confidence to speak your truth, but not be condescending. Um, have it be true confidence, not overcompensating due to a wound, that kind of thing. And so, because the third chakra, it sits at the belly button, the color's yellow, it has to do with willpower, confidence, things like that. And I think I said the color's yellow. I don't know. Um, but beings that we got this chakra, but then the throat is still in reverse, I feel like you've actually done a good bit of work when it comes to your solar plexus energy, and you're more in a confident energy, and now it's about allowing yourself to speak your truth. And then we've got contract. So for some of you there could be an actual literal contract that is in the way of anchoring this in. So maybe there's a marriage or something. Maybe it's other legal stuff. This can indicate a soul contract, and divine counterparts like this is the soul contract. So yeah, there's definitely contract of some sort. Hmm. All right, what else is going on? Okay. we've got Goddess of the Moon, which is talking about listening to your intuition. Okay, so we've got the strategy card and the storm warning card. So for some of you, I feel like you're in this transition phase of life where you are changing and transforming probably at a rapid rate. You're probably going through growth internally, um, like nobody else around you. That would be my guess. It's kind of normal at some point on this journey to do that. And so it's kind of this energy. I feel like you're outgrowing a lot of people around you, a lot of places, things, stuff like that, situations, dynamics. I feel like you're outgrowing a lot of it. And that could be part of if you're experiencing this hostility energy externally, that could be part of it too, is it's, all this stuff that you used to be attached to. When you start growing and changing, your external reality kind of like tries to hook you back in. And so just know that that does happen. Just be aware of it and definitely continue to come up with a strategy to help you to navigate this. This is also indicating that if you do choose to go towards this person, you and this person can come up with a strategy to deal with whatever storm might take place. Like, especially if, you're in a relationship and then that would require, you know, a breakup and this and that and the other. um I feel like that's the kind of energy that this is talking about, is something like that. Or this could be just, when two counterparts come together energetically, it shakes things up. It shakes things up a lot, and that's, that's the other point. But yeah, I feel like this is just letting you know that you do have the ability to navigate whatever storm this is that you're either currently dealing with or that may come your way due to this. And so you've got it. And I don't feel like it's going to be a huge thing. But again, I'm not getting any other specifics. So, and then we've got the thinking woman and door to spirit. And then I heard that there's an intellectual feminine that can help you to connect with your spirit and vice versa. So take that as it resonates. This could be talking about maybe the person that you're interested in is a feminine energy and they're very intellectual. And they also could be very intuitive as well with the goddess of the moon card. Um okay, I'm hearing don't over intellectualize this. So that could be this dynamic with this person. It could be some of the things that you're experiencing when it comes to spiritual guidance and stuff like that. I just heard, yeah, don't over intellectualize it. So do your best to pull out of your headspace and more into your heart space, especially when you're looking at navigating this type of a dynamic. This is very much one of those listen to your heart over your head. Your heart knows the way on this one. The mind will catch up. Okay. Okay. So with that, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and leave this here. I hope this resonates. If so, you can let me know in the comments below. I would love to talk to you about it. Feel free to hit that like button. It does help out the channel, so thank you. And if you would like to see more from me, you can hit subscribe. It is free, and I will see you on the next message. Bye.